Hi everyone. Today's topic is going to be empowering people. I'm sure you've heard a lot about this topic already. This is a training I've built completely based on my experiences. I hope you find it useful. Let's get right into it. The most important thing you have to remember to empower your people, you need to reverse the hierarchy. What this really means is that the youngest person in the conversation gets to speak first. This is very different from the senior most leaders setting the tone of the conversation. You've already stopped doubting yourself. There is very little room for you to convince yourself that you're wrong. Experienced people already believe that they're right. Everything that they're seeing is reaffirming their confirmation bias. What I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, what I'm supposed to know is exactly what I already know. Even if you have 10 years of experience, it's actually just 1 year of an experience multiplied 10 times. It's not alone enough that you let them speak. It is different that you hear them, which also means when they're not able to explain themselves or when they are not able to make a point, you help them make their point. You help understand their point. Suddenly, people in the room start having a voice. The second thing is, as a leader, you are responsible to create a fertile environment where everyone is able to contribute. Now, a fertile soil is one in which disagreement breeds. There is one style of management in which you do not appreciate disagreement. There is another where you not only appreciate disagreement, but you celebrate it. You listen. You pay more attention to those people who are able to disagree and put a point forward. Now, this does not mean unnecessarily disagreeing should be celebrated. Disagreement, when backed by a strong rationale and reasoning, needs to always be celebrated. Now, having a different point of view in the room is a very different thing from being misaligned. A person that is misaligned is trying to not deliver the same objective. And a person that has a different point of view is actually trying to deliver your objective, but through a different method. And therefore, hear such people in a way that you're trying to understand. Change the game from being hierarchical to focusing on the issue. From looking at who said what, focus on what is being said, on the subject matter. Is it someone younger? Is it someone new who you don't expect would talk on such a subject? Now remember, everyone's cortisol gets triggered, including yours. So when you're going to get a disagreement, the conversation needs to be more sensitive. Even though it needs to be open, it needs to be more sensitive. Words need to be chosen more carefully. The slightest choice of the wrong words can trigger reactions. As a person responsible for the fertility of the soil, you are allowed to water the plant. You cannot decide what tree is going to come out of what seed. Have humility. When you have humility, you listen to everything with your eyes wide open. If you already know the answers, why are you even having a discussion? Use Plato's method and ask powerful questions. This is very different from suggestive questions which are inclined towards a certain answer. Deeply and genuinely reflect on the answers that you're getting. If you absolutely need to have a debate, try and having the debate with yourself instead of putting the debate forward to a person who's trying to speak, especially if the person is younger than you. You are free to seek to understand. Keep on asking for clarification. But don't forget to listen to the answer. That's more important. Look at the data. Look at the trends. Look at the patterns. Try and see what the other person is trying to show you. Read their body language. It's often a case where people are not able to lay down all the facts in a presentable way. This does not mean that their understanding of the issue is completely misplaced. Appreciate people generously and genuinely. Use one-on-ones with the people to tell them that you appreciate their contributions. Tell your people you believe in them. This encourages them to speak up. Genuinely believe in the people as you tell them you do. Probably the people working with you or for you are smarter than you. Don't forget to thank the people for speaking up. It's a game of respect. Trade respect for respect. You are in control of giving respect. The objective of any discussion needs to be resolution. Once you move away from resolution and you move towards a debate, you are no longer trying to resolve the issue. Absolutely nothing is worse than disrespect in a conversation. It is going to multiply everything that you've been doing with zero. And just remember, disrespect is not about what you say. It is about how the other person feels. If the discussion comes down to a point where you have to choose, you must decide to lose. If you are absolutely sure and certain, you have the right to guide. Or you can even question, but don't debate. As you choose to lose, be consistent and be reliable. Just get out of the way. More often than not, you'll realize getting out of the way empowers people even faster. You have two places you can decide how to support from. One is on the side. You can stand and cheer for your people. Number two is on the back. You can be behind them and support them as they accelerate forward. And when in doubt, just remember, it's not them who's stopping. It's you who's stopping them. What about personal preferences and styles of managers? Who cares about your style? People need to be managed the way people want to be managed. Your style is irrelevant. May the best ideas win and may discrimination lose. Yeah, you might be saying everyone is equal in a discussion, but some people are more equal than others. There are many factors that play up without you even noticing. Similarity bias, a likable personality, a deep bond of friendship, trust into a person's capabilities or qualities. By the way, concepts and convictions are not biases. Stop judging. Judgment kills creativity. Judgment, whether evident or hidden, eliminates the safety that is needed for individuals to grow. When you eliminate judgment, you open the door, allowing people to come together and solve problems together. As a leader, you need to create an environment which is almost similar to a family, where you come back knowing there's nothing that you can do that your family is going to hate you. They're going to accept you at the end of it. Instead of judgment, bring in the element of fun, camaraderie, and trying to win together. I'm going to do a session on how to give feedback. However, the message is, yes, you do have a choice between so many things to pick, but you are allowed to give feedback on only one thing that is going to make the biggest difference to this individual. People don't need more people to push them down. Imagine your own self being put in that vulnerable position. Be sensitive. If you are able to live by the things that I've just told you today, your people are going to be infinitely more empowered. That's it, folks.